A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Greetings, traders. It is I, Abdul Shabazz, and this is some real change. Stock options trading journey. Can't thank you enough for being here today. Go ahead. On this terrific Tuesday, gonna go ahead and let the gang pull on in here, but I am in the building, no doubt. All right, all right, all right. The gang is in the building. Big Money Lance, Brooke Sanchez, Dr. J. Greetings and good morning to you all, as well as Dollar Bill is in the building. What a terrific Tuesday we are going to have. Let's just stay focused, take our time. A terrific Tuesday. So far, pre-market, if you look at the top left, you will see that we have identified a controlled buying algo coming from early pre-market, continuing to put in higher highs and higher lows right here to market open. We will see now what happens since retail will now be joining. Does anybody have any thoughts this morning? Any pre-market plans that they have put together that they would like to share with the group? If so, please feel free. Put it in the chat. Let me know what you're thinking. I myself don't mind sharing. So far, I'm interested in a 584 put. If we do have a red day today, I can see us going down to the 582.7, possibly all the way down to the 582. If we do have a red day, but we're going to give the market enough time to show us what it wants to do. Dollar Bill says he's 4-0 in pre-market, chilling for now, observing the 15 to 30 minute time frame, referring to the 45 and the 10 o'clock hour, to see what the market is doing then. Definitely agree with you. I'm on the same note. First 5 minutes is very volatile. The first 15 minutes can trick you, have you thinking the market is going one way, turn around, do something else. The more time we give the market, the easier it is for us to find that stress-free trade. Keep in mind we have 6.5 hours to find one good trade. Let's take a time, be right back. Let's enjoy that cuppa. Dollar Bill says if we drop, volume profile is at 580, possibly. I do have a line there as well. Weekly line of support. So I have identified a controlled selling algo within this larger controlled buying algo. It's been present this morning a couple times before already. Let me show you here. Same algo right here. Present here. And it's also been present here. So the same algo has showed up 3 times already, twice in pre-market, and now since market open. So even though we have identified a controlled selling algo, we want to be careful that, as before, this is not a bull trap to create liquidity to take the market higher. And even on a larger scale, we see that we are still within the larger controlled buying algo. But we have identified a potential controlled selling algo. Now we're going to keep an eye to see if it breaks out with a false breakdown, just to snatch some early bears and squeeze them, as we know that they love to do. Or we're going to see if the market chooses to have a breather today. If so, this will be my area of interest. A close in this area, possibly a breakdown and retest, but absolutely a close and then a continuation. And then also to look to see if we could break out of this controlled selling. If we can break out of it, that does create a lot of room to the downside. Again, we don't know what the market is going to do, but we must prepare. And that's what we're doing, is preparing. So I have an alarm already down here at the 584 1 area. Still very early, 9:45. Great time for me to finish my couple up. And thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to the team. Dan the man is in the building. Shout out to you, Dan. Good to see you, buddy. I'm here. I'm just in the background right now enjoying this cuppa, waiting on the next 15 minutes to go by. So with that alarm going off, the market does have my attention, just doesn't have my money yet. One of the benefits of identifying that controlled selling algo that we identified earlier is that it gave us an area that we already knew the market was going to come to. So therefore, there was no need for us to get too excited. Again, that alarm was to grab our attention, and what we would like to see is the market potentially break out of this controlled selling, because until it does, it can still be used as a trap to squeeze bulls, to squeeze bears back into this buying algo. So we just want to be patient. We want to reset the alarm. Again, as I showed earlier, I already have a preset plan of getting in at the 584 area. If the market gives us that opportunity. If it does not, and so be it. Again, no one knows exactly what the market is going to do. If they say they do, then they are lying. All we can do is plan and prepare. We're not predicting, we're just planning. If the market does this, then I will do that. If the market sounds my alarm off, comes to the bottom of the algo, and then breaks out of it, breaks down with a continuation candle, that is something I would like to be involved in. This move. This is how we use the algo to our advantage. Not being fooled by this move. Chasing only to get squeezed. Again, we identified this same controlled selling several times this morning. Do you remember? Let me show you the same algo several times this morning. Once again, that is why we call it controlled selling, because it is selling that the bulls are allowing to happen so that inexperienced bears can get squeezed. Controlled selling, the squeeze. Controlled selling, the squeeze. So what I wanted to see was us breaking down, breaking out of that controlled selling, because then it won't be a squeeze, then it could potentially be a cover, a profit-taking run, bulls in trouble, and that's what I look for. Who is in trouble? If you can identify someone to take advantage of, and don't get it twisted, because that's exactly what it is. Warren Buffett said it perfectly. The market is nothing but the transference of money from the impatient to the very patient. So if you can't find someone to take advantage of, you will be the one in trouble. That is what I have found to be the safest way for me to trade. Identify profit-taking areas. Identify stop-out areas for both bulls and bears. Set alarms, set traps, look for setups, look for continuation, and then take the shot. You don't need to be at the front. You don't need to be at the end. You just need to bite. That's all. You just need a bite. Don't be the first man out of the plane. You could miss the mark. Let a couple jump out the plane before you, so you really know. And this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a team member of some real change. A group of traders who are not just involved, but committed to mastering the market, committed to changing the trajectory of themselves and their families. And together, we support one another, we aid one another, we help one another, we encourage one another, and sometimes we even have to remind one another. And that's the beauty of it, because we understand that the competition here, and I stress that because I don't know what it's like, but the competition here is against poverty and not each other. If we all came together with all of our money and made the same move and we were all right and made the most money we could ever make, we wouldn't put a dent in the S&P 500. Believe that. So we don't hurt ourselves by sharing what little information or knowledge that we have. By empowering others, we put ourselves in a position for someone to, in return, tell us something beneficial. And you can find that here with the members. Shout out to you guys. Again, this is expected as we are still inside that controlled selling algo. To me, it was just worth the risk versus reward for me to go ahead and get in early. Thank you, dollar bill, but it is still not over yet because of the fact that we have identified this controlled selling algo. The market is doing exactly what it does at the bottom of the algo. Anticipating a flush, I wanted to get in early rather than be late on this move. So I'm keeping my stop tight, but to me the risk was worth the reward. Again. Again, right at the bottom of the algo, do we see the market bouncing? But it appears to be having, or I would like it to be, a basketball effect where it bounces high and then bounce breaks. Again, the risk was worth the reward, which is why I got in the trade. Talked about the trade the whole time. And again, this is still not even the best part, potentially, of the trade. The best part would be if we get this close outside of this algo. The very next candle would be the money candle. Understanding the bulls as we do. Now we got that close outside. That is what we wanted, because this can spark that panic from some early bulls into covering just a little bit more. The close outside of the algo with the 5-minute candle is what we wanted to start seeing. Not on the 2-minute, but on the 5-minute. So we did get it on the 5-minute. This could possibly be the money-making candle. Nice liquidity build. Okay, dollar bill. Dollar bill said he shorted the MNQ to his pre-market low. Pretty work on that, dollar bill. Alrighty. No harm, no foul. Let me get more photos of that. re-entered the trade using my 83% rule. 83% of the time, if you get stopped out on a trade, if the market price does come back to your same entry area, 83% of the time, that second time you take the trade, it will work. So we will see. Dollar Bill says SPY rejected first attempt to break pre-market low. Break a pre-market low is another entry plan. Dan said, DB, what is the difference in cost of trading MNQ versus option on SPY? Good question. What's the difference? He's asking Dollar Bill, what's the difference in the cost of trading MNQ with futures versus options with the SPY? Dr. J says if it closes outside, if it closes red outside of this buying algo that we've been in since Monday on the 30-minute chart, we might get a nice drop. Last Monday. Okay. We've definitely had some consecutive green days, as Dr. J is pointing out. And this is why I also wanted to partake in this. And the 83% rule is working this time. Grateful for that. But we want to manage the trade, which is what we want to do. We want to manage. That is what we were looking for earlier, as I mentioned it to you guys, that I would like to see a close outside of the algo on the 5-minute chart, and then a continuation. New 30-minute algo is upon us as well. And again, I would also like to note out, shout out Bow, shout out to Alex over at MIC. For this Alex who also taught me about the first red day. And this could very well be a first red day play on the SPY. And that is what I intend to hold this out to. Going to be a little pressure added here at the 583. A little pressure here at the 583. Sticking with my original plans of getting in at the 584, taking some profit at the 582.7. Taking a little nibble there just to put a little money in my pocket. Again, nothing is exact. We deal with areas. Also, I'm looking at the clock as well. A little more than 2 minutes in this. My second profit taking area is the 582.1. Another beautiful drop. I'll take some of that. I'll take some of that as well. That really was the official first exit. The 583, I was just a little nervous. Nonetheless, now we're looking at the fact that this could be a potential first red day, and it's turning right now into a potential first red day. Let's not get it twisted. There is the buy to dip crew. Dollar bill says 580. Well, hey, I'm enjoying it. 582.1 is where I wanted to get off at. Give me another opportunity. Give me another opportunity. That 582.1. A little less than 10 seconds left on this. 5 seconds left on this. We did hit that 582.1. I was just slow on the trigger. We did hit it though. Yes, sir. I am content with that. There's that 582.1 area that I wanted to hit according to plan. Came in today with a plan that if the market decided to give us a first red day, that I would take advantage of that first red day. And with that plan coming into the market, I had a plan of the 584, and I could potentially see a drop to the 582.7 and then a 582.1. Those were my profit taking areas. Now I got in, but I got stopped out on the reversal as the market was not quite yet ready to break out of the controlled selling algo. But once the market got ready to break out of the controlled selling algo, we highlighted earlier what we wanted to see and the ensuing results of that happening. And that's exactly what took place. Shout out to the team. Shout out to those of you who were patient to get some of this monies with me. Thank you so much. We do this every day, 9:25 to 11. Please feel free to subscribe and join us. Let me take a snapshot and then I'll get it off the chart. Just as I took a snapshot of the losing trade that I had with my controlled bracket order, I will take a snapshot of my winning trade. Again, it's all about having a system that we act within. Anything I can do to help, that's what I'm here for. I don't know anything. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm definitely not a guru. I'm just a team member who is committed to mastering the market, finding weaknesses and exploiting them, finding someone's pain and joining them in their covering. Could this go lower? Absolutely. Dollar bill says 580. And Dollar Bill knows what he's talking about. Has a good sense of the market. So if you're interested in trading futures, Dollar Bill or Dave the Wizard would be your guy. You can find him at Team Turtle on Discord. Tell him Abdul sent you. Shout out to our sponsors. Let's go ahead and run it down the line. Let's start off with Paid Pen. Get paid to write. How to start making money from writing letters from home. Unlock the potential to earn $5 per handwritten letter or up to $50 an hour. Let us show you exactly what to write and where to send your letters to. We even check your first letter to make sure it's written correctly. If you can write and you have a few hours, this could be for you. PaidPen.com. FTFsystem.com. Do you know someone who wants to get pregnant, but they're having a hard time? Maybe we can help. We've helped hundreds of women get pregnant naturally with our clinically proven system. Maybe we can help you too. FTF, do something different. And last but not least, of course, T-shirts for traders.co. You are a trader, right? Then look like one. Speaking of look like one, I happen to have on today some real change sweatshirt. See if we can't get T-shirt for traders to get some of those up there, right? Yeah, I like to see some real change up here. T-shirts for traders.co. I said .com. It's .co. Another one of my favorite shirts is Don't Talk to Me. The market is still open. Those are our sponsors. If you would like to be a sponsor, well, you can hit me up on Instagram. Send me a message, a DM at some_real_change. Those are the bills for today. Also looking at my algo. What a great opportunity to pull in the Trading View larger algo and see that once we got that close right outside it, the money candle was next. Firing off on a variety of different charts, a variety of different looks, gave us the confidence to take that trade, and also a temporary place to halt. Can't thank you guys enough for being here, tuning in, and hitting the like button. It doesn't hurt, I promise you. I took the stinger off of it. And you definitely want to hit subscribe so that you are notified when we go live. We do this every day from 9:25 to 11. Typically, last month we let the feed go all day, but we'll probably get back to stopping at 11 unless something dramatic or fantastic takes place. Today is turning out to be a first red day, pulling up the daily chart to take a look at it. The only question is, guys, we see that we are in an ultimate buying trend. One thing about the SPY, it always goes up. You will never have to worry about doing anything but going up, which makes it a beautiful place for billions to be parked. It makes it a beautiful place for billions to be under management. It also makes it a very stable place for you and I to come in, put our hand in the cookie jar, and every once in a while, still a cookie. But only when we respect the rules. Respect and acknowledge what is going on. Very serious area here, which is why I have it in white. For those of you who have been following us for some time, you know I typically use red and green. If you see an area with a white line, that indicates something very important. So important you can see the bulls defending it. So important you can see the bulls not wanting the price to go below it. So even though we are enjoying a first red day, I didn't want to marry her. I just wanted to enjoy the morning with her and give her back to her rightful owners, which are the bulls. But in the market, anything is possible. Just below that, you see a very strong support area at the 580. And this is where dollar bill, y'all, said that potentially the market could potentially come to. Anything and everything is absolutely possible. But I come to the market to make money. I don't come to the market to prove I'm right. Once I've made my money, I disappear and go enjoy my family and those things that are near and dear to me. I thank you guys for your time. Thank you for your attendance. I'm truly blessed to be amongst such a fine group of people. Shout out to you all. Go ahead and let the market play out these next 15 minutes before I sign off. Shout out to the team. Also, this right here also, guys, is why I love, and this is just for the team. If you're not subscribed, then you're not gonna get this. This is a jewel that I'm about to drop. Once I got in that trade, okay? Once I was in this trade right here, there was absolutely, for real, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you. Don't forget, see, I took a little paper cut earlier when I got in, because I had got in this trade, if you remember, here earlier. Now, I originally had said and drew on the screen that I wanted to see us break outside of this algo. Okay, so I said I was early. I said the money trade, the easy money trade, is going to be when we break outside of that algo. And that's exactly where it was. That was here. We got the close outside of it. This following candle was the easy money candle. Look at that. There's no wicks at the top. No nothing. Exclusive. We're going exclusive right now. Exclusive. Look at that. No wicks. Straight down. That was the easy money candle once we closed outside of the algo that I was initially telling to everyone else. Me knowing and seeing, okay, now the exact same opposite, as I was identifying this controlled selling that had happened 3 times, 1, 2, 3 times in the pre-market. I said, if we break out of that, man, it's really going to be a move. And then we started seeing the bullish action for the day. The bullish response was super duper weak. Look at the bull's response. Weak. The bull's response was weak. $10 when the volume came in, this was an opportunity for me to see something. And we didn't. I knew then I wanted to start getting ready for a short. But I didn't want to be early, which is why on my plans, where are they? Which is why on my plans I wanted a 584 put. Not just a 584 put, I wanted a 584 entry. I would have took a 585 put. Didn't matter, but I wanted a 584 entry. That what was key to me. So I decided to take the trade early. Got stopped out, no problem. Used the 85%, 83% rule. Boom. It worked, no problem. Sticking to the original call, once we broke outside of that controlled algo, it was beautiful. This is it on the 2 minute. This is it on the 5 minute. Okay. We broke outside of it. The very next candle was the money candles. Now, 2 areas we could have gotten out at. I've already saw the 582. One, there was a little more meat on the bone. But if we're looking at the Heikinashis, once we're in the trade, the Heikinashi will let us know. Typically, I'm giving it up with this doji. Typically, that doji is going to be your sign the market's getting ready to turn. And then we went doji, from red doji to green doji. That was it. And that still puts me, if I stretched it and really waited until this candle turned green, that still got me in the 582 area. If you want to max it out, you can see the difference in the change of structure. Solid red, solid body candle, solid body candle, solid body candle, solid body candle, solid body candy. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me stick the doji in it. That also is a great place for you to use. Again, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I just love this game. And I look and study ways to help me trade better, bigger, and longer. It's one of the ways. Right down to a not textbook, but still a hammer nonetheless. More hammer than doji, but in the area of where she is, hey, I thank you for your time. I thank you for being here. We do this every day, 9:25 to 11. God bless you. Thanks for coming out. And I ask you to hit the like button on your way out the door. Bye for now, guys.